Hi, I'm Jacob, and this is my review of the Victron Energy Smart Shunt 500 amp battery monitor. So, built this camper van that I'm in now about 3 years ago. For the first year, I did not have a battery monitor, and it was really annoying not to know how much power I had left, or how much power was coming in. And one time I had the battery die, and it was expensive battery. Luckily, I was able to get it going again, but didn't want that to happen again. I looked at some different cheaper battery monitors, but I decided to go with the Victron. Victron makes really amazing stuff. Everything I've used from them is great. I don't use that much of it because it is not cheap, but this piece is surprisingly affordable and was really nice. I didn't want to have to go in and look in my battery box. It's not the best wiring, but you know, I did what I did. But I didn't want to go in there and have to look at it. I wanted something that was Bluetooth, and this thing is Bluetooth and great. So I'm going to show you. I don't want to take it out. I've had it in here for a couple of years. It's behind the battery, so you won't be able to see all of it, but I will show you sort of what it looks like. So that's it right down there. That's the top of it. It's just a little piece that is wired in the correct place between your battery and your loads. So basically, one side goes from your negative terminal right here. It goes down to the actual bus bar with all my loads on it. Then it goes from the bus bar to the Victron on the negative side, and then on the positive side of the Smart Shunt, it just goes directly to the positive terminal of the battery. Pretty easy to install, not really a problem there. Gonna put this back here. But yeah, what's great about this is the app. It shows you how much power is coming in and how much power is going out. So I'm going to go and show you that right now. Here is the app for the Victron Smart Shunt. One nice thing they just added in a recent update on the app is it shows you without clicking in what voltage you're at. So I'm at 13.29 volts. Negative 0.43 amps is going out because I have a couple little things on, and I'm at 85% battery charged. So when I click into it, it takes a second to load. So one thing about this is the Bluetooth range is not amazing. I basically only use it when I'm inside my van. There's a dongle you can get that will improve the range out to like 100 feet, but it doesn't really matter to me. A lot of people seem to complain about it in the reviews though, so if that's a deal breaker for you, you might want to get the smart dongle. But so it'll show me my state of charge, the voltage, what current is either going in or out, in wattage and in amps. You do have to set this up with your particular battery size. So I just charged my battery up to 100% the first time, set the battery to 100% in the app, and then it'll show you. So I've consumed 15.6 amp hours out of my 100 amp hour battery. At the amount of power I'm using right now, I have 8 days, 10 hours. I am going to turn on my fridge and be able to see what's happening there. So now with the startup of the fridge, I'm at negative 4.38 amps. So it'll gradually show less and less time remaining. Obviously my fridge doesn't stay on all the time, but it will show that. It does have a history, so it shows your deepest discharge, last discharge, a lot of different stuff here. There's some graphs. You can do state of charge versus volt. I don't know. I don't ever honestly use these graphs at all. But it is useful for some people. I don't think these stay. They don't stay after you click out of the app. I think that's something to do with how much power you want the Smart Shunt to be using. Is very low power draw. Now, one other disadvantage of this power draw, I mean, it's not a huge thing, but it uses a tiny bit of power and it doesn't measure it itself. So if you leave this going for 6 months or something like that, your battery is not going to show 100% anymore. It's going to be at like 97% is going to be full for it, because it has not measured the 0.1 amps or something that it's drawing, or less than that. It's milliamps. Very small amount. So yeah, not a big deal. I'm going to go back. Oh, I'm going to go back to the main screen here. And I'm going to turn, well, I'll come back in 1 second. I'm going to turn off my fridge and turn on the solar panel. I just turned off everything and just have the solar panels coming in. I think they have a little bit of shade on them. So I have 100 watt solar panels. So 300 watts total. It's just bringing in 4 amps right now, cause I'm in a little bit of shade, but it's nice. So it shows you, it won't show time remaining cause it's indefinite with this, but, yeah, it does show my power in, my power out. One thing it doesn't do is it doesn't show power in and power out as separate features. It just shows, okay, overall you're plus 4 amps, or overall you're negative 2 amps. And that would be nice if it showed both in and out, but I don't, and none of the cheaper battery monitors I saw did that, or including this one. I don't know if it's even a possibility. I guess it probably is, but you'd have to do some creative wiring and probably buy something a lot more expensive. So this is great for me. Absolutely love it. Victron makes some amazing stuff, and I would highly recommend the battery monitor.